Before the news of the latest hostage release, we spoke with an Israeli Army Reservist about the situation in his country. We turn now to Israeli Army Reservist Raz Shmilovich. Raz, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. First off, what is your reaction to the hostage release?
At first, I'm thrilled from excitement, and I'm happy, and I'm excited that all those kids and all those families were finally united, to see the pain of the families that have been waiting for their loved ones to come back, knowing they're held by those animals, not knowing in what condition they are. I cannot be but thrilled and excited and thrilled with joy to have them. On the other side of that, I think that the price that we're paying for that is extremely high, and I think that maybe it should have been done differently. What
about your family and friends? And also tell us, what is the mood there in Israel right now?
The mood now, again, it's torn between two extreme feelings. On the one hand, as I said, we're all happy, we're all excited that we bring back those kids, those women, those ladies back home, to know that they're safe and sound, they're back in the hands of their families. On the other hand, the suffering coming from the game, the psychological terrorism that Hamas is continuing to throw on us by not releasing all the names, by tearing out families, by releasing kids and keeping their moms, by releasing them against all the agreements, not to the Egyptian side, but in the middle of the city Gaza in a parade, as if they're animals in the zoo, marching them through the city where the mobs are knocking on the windows. What if those were kids in those cars, terrified? So we're extremely unhappy and sad and angry, is maybe an understatement, but they're full with anger, the way that Hamas is treating them, and it only gives us the strength to know that we are in the right way, and we should be doing whatever we can to eliminate Hamas and make sure all those terrorists pay for what they did. So it's joy on the one hand, but it's maybe a little bit of frustration for those who are still there.
I want to get your thoughts on the exchange. 117 Palestinian prisoners for 58 hostages. Do you think that was the right move by the Israeli government?
Numbers-wise, I don't think it's a big deal. I just want to remind you that Israel, in the last exchange, we have released over 1 in exchange of one Israeli soldier. 1,000 convicted terrorists, some of them with blood on their hands. In this time, we're releasing women and teenagers. Some of them were supposed to be released anyway in this nearby weeks, months, years. So number-wise, I'm not really afraid of that. I'm more afraid or more concerned of the way it's been done when Hamas is blackmailing us by playing on our feelings, knowing, okay, we'll buy you another day of ceasefire. If we release 10 more people, you will buy another day of ceasefire. We don't need this ceasefire. It's playing against us. We don't need more than this time to get our energy back. This ceasefire only helps Hamas build up this destroyed infrastructure, build up his resilience, and paint himself all of a sudden in the humane colors. Hamas is trying to paint himself in colors that belong to. Hamas is trying to make sure he's treating the people well and making sure they wave to the people, to the terrorists. Just want to remind you that Hamas is illegally, against international law, is holding civilians.
Raz, almost out of time, but wondering if I can get your opinion about the optics of the hostage handover. What do you think?
I think, again, it's I would say, humiliating. I would not expect the first eyesight that Israel has of the names of the released ones beside the families is by drive-through, this march, when they drive through and there's paparazzi videoing them. I think it should be done in a more discreet way. They should have been in tilted windows, in more protected environment, not driven through the main square of Gaza, where the mobs are standing there, and Hamas in this march of power, and his terrorists standing there armed in this city square, and the optics of it is horrifying, horrible in my opinion.
We're going to leave it right there, Raz. Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.